Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Dr. Hyena, and today I am here with a live stream. So, you guys can ask me whatever questions you like about Into the Jungle or my Minecraft mod or basically anything. Anything you want to ask me about, you can feel free to do so here. So, let me make sure this is working. Yes, it is! Hey! Yes, it is! Hey! Okay, the delay's not even that bad. Yes, it is. Hey. Okay, the delay's not even that bad. Yes, it is. Hey. Okay, the. Okay, now it is. Okay. Well, all right. Oh, that's the wrong window. Oi, not even thinking. All right. Let's capture Blender. Loop moment. Yeah, for real. That's funny. Okay, are you guys? No. Yo, hey. Hang on a second. Okay, this isn't working. Display capture. And wait, I can just like no. Oh, maybe. If I like make it bigger, but how much bigger? Oh, okay. I can make it much bigger. Great. Because it was cropping out, or it wasn't cropping out enough stuff because personal info and stuff. But yeah, okay. Hey, random dude. All right. So basically, I am making kind of like a hybrid between a leopard and a jaguar, since this is just like a fantasy game. It's not supposed to represent like real life in any way. I think I've stressed that enough in my videos, but yeah, I'm sure you know that by now. Alright, but if you don't, yeah, that was just a little reminder, I suppose. I'm just editing the lion, which is essentially a big cat base model for the game. It's gonna have a thick, like, throat dewlap, I guess, like a leopard. But it's gonna have the spots and I guess in some aspects the head of a jaguar and the small ears too. Like I'm about to make them a bit smaller. Big forehead like a jaguar. And yeah, this is a lepwar, I guess. I don't know. I haven't thought of a name for it. I haven't gotten that far yet. But yeah, alright. And I might make it like a little bit more orange around here. And I'm gonna thicken up the tail. Because again, it's aspects of both leopards and jaguars. So it's got like the tail length of a leopard, but then like the thickness and stockiness of a jaguar. I think the tip should be a little smaller, or maybe I can just, yeah, it's that larger. Okay, now let's see. Let's hope the animations don't like look weird on it. So if I go to the run, oh, perfect. Hey, that actually looks pretty nice. I'm happy about that. All right, let me see if anyone's. Oh, are they friendly or hostile? Probably hostile. Cause in real life, I know it's very rare for a jaguar to become a man-eater. Um, but leopards are actually pretty frequent man-eaters, especially in India and some parts of Africa too. So yeah, they'll probably be hostile. There'll be a certain chapter in the story, um, or level chapter, whatever you want to call it, uh, where you will have to deal with these. Though it won't. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil too much, but it won't last too long. Basically, it's not gonna be like a full blown fight unless you turn it into one, which will be possible. But I don't think you would want to do that. That would not be good. Yeah, yeah, that would be scary. Yes, yes, it would. But yeah, here's how it looks so far. I really like it. Like, it's not totally done yet, but you kind of get an idea of like what it's gonna look like for the most part. Then maybe like it'll walk like a little more slouched over like a Jaguar. Yeah. And get the right frame rate in here. Oh yeah, that looks nice. It like that's just using the lion's walk cycle, but honestly, it doesn't really need to be any different other than like just the slouched neck. And then the ears can be a little, more pinned backwards. Okay, so there's that. And then do I move the neck or the head? Okay, yeah, definitely the head. So GZ 0.2. Oh, that's up. GZ negative 0.2. It's a little too much though. 0.1. Yes. Negative 0.1. Jeez, I haven't done a live stream in like a year. Can you believe that? Or I think it's been like 9 months, 7 months, something like that. No more. I feel like it was more than 7. But like yeah, it's been a long, long time. Certainly feels like a year. Oh, I'm so silly. I didn't have the keyframe turned on. Oops. Well, that's a shame. 0.1. No. Negative 0.1. Yes. Negative 0.1. I feel like over there it still goes a little like too much up, so I'm just gonna rotate that a little. Rotate that. Oh, it's too still. Oh no, he's got a stiff neck. That must hurt. Okay, so that should work. Okay, nearly. It's just a little bit weird right now, but I mean that's part of the animation process. You're always gonna have a lot of like smoothing out to do. It is unfortunate, but yeah, that's just how it is. That's how it is. It's how you learn things. It's just by repetition essentially, and eventually you get a hang of like what looks good and what kind of doesn't, and you get a grasp of the animation principles. So that one, so it can be rotated that much, but it needs more leading up to it, like, and then a little bit less contrast. Yeah, there we go. Just like that, and then paste you. Now let me just fix the frame rate because it's a little slow right now. But yeah, that was originally animated at 30, so it makes sense it would be. And then fix the ears because for some reason, I guess since the keyframe thing wasn't turned on, didn't quite copy that. So there we go. And yeah, there now we've got ourselves a good old big cat walk cycle. Granted, we had most of it done already, but you know, still very happy with how it looks. Oh, hey, Jaguar. Okay, yes. So your request has come to fruition, my friend. Yeah. Okay. So this is basically, think of it as like a hybrid between a leopard and a jaguar, essentially. I don't know if you were here for that part, but yeah. So it's got like the thick neck of a male leopard, and then it's got like the rosettes and sort of like bulkiness and the thick tail of a jaguar, if that makes any sense. I don't know why the inside of the legs are yellow like that. No, I'm gonna go fix that. But yeah, yeah, that was the walk cycle you saw there. Oh, okay, perfect. Just get some white, crank it up. Actually, no, I better go to the Tifo's model, so to speak, so I don't mess up the animation. Alright. And I think if you weren't here for the run cycle, I think you're gonna really like that. It's, I think I showed the gif of the lioness running, but I don't think I showed it on my YouTube channel yet. So you're gonna see that. Jagathic. It's like those thick Thanos memes, but like Jaguar. Those are the days. Then I'm adding a little more like darker coloration along the back. Though that's a bit dull. I want it to be like a little brighter. Or not brighter, but like more saturated. Like that. Turn off the orange lines so you can actually see what I'm doing. Actually, it's a little too much darkness there. But, yeah, like, okay, so there's that, and then if I just blur it a little, helps it blend in a bit better. Like more of a smooth gradient. But I do want some contrast here and there. You know, it's part of the style. In case you didn't notice on the hyena, it's more subtle there, but it is still there, if that makes any sense. So yeah, now we've got ourselves a fairly, like, somewhat dark, I guess, colored jaguar leopard hybrid thing. A jagpard? I don't know what to call it. You guys can decide that in the comments. Oh, that's a nice way to check it. Thank you, Twico. It's not a jagpard. Oh, okay. I forget what you call it. Like, what do you call a hybrid? Like, is it lepjack? I totally forget how you, like, what do you call those? Sun Panthers or just I like that name. Lepjags. Okay, got it. Striped and brown hyena hybrid. That's interesting. That is very interesting. I might I might go with that as like a Game Pass. Like you could buy, that as like one of your like pets that goes along with you. Like the starter one will be a spotted hyena. There will be like multiple free skins for that you can choose like upon your arrival into the game. Give a quick description of my game. I will be happy to. All right, so think of it like this. Think of it as being a story mode adventure game, if you will, right? So it's not animal survival. I was into that genre for a while, but I've kind of grown out of it. I think it was, if anything, that was kind of just a phase I was going through at the time. And don't get me wrong, I still have a lot of fun playing those games, but I don't think it's in my interest as far as like development goes, if that makes any sense. But anyway, going back to the description for this game, basically, adventure story mode, hardcore story mode, if you will. It's not gonna be like the current story mode games on Roblox. I feel like those are, they're a bit too slow paced, right? And oftentimes they're like, I don't want to say child centric, but I mean they kind of are. Like depends how you look at it, but yeah. So this is gonna be for a slightly more mature audience, right? Like I would say 13 plus years old, since you can set like restrictions on Roblox. I'm sure there's obviously still gonna be some like younger kids playing it, but that's on them. I can't do anything about that. There's always gonna be people that lie about their age. But anyway, sorry, I keep on going off road here. So basically, in a nutshell, story mode adventure game, hardcore survival. You get 3 lives. You lose all of them, you have to restart, basically. And it is through a jungle. If you're wondering about like the world of the game, the jungle, it's not based on like one specific region. It's a fantasy game, and that's also like why these animals look a bit stylized, and they're not super accurate to their like real life inspirations or counterparts, but like that's intentional. And yeah, I don't know, I guess that's how I describe the game in a nutshell. What's the story? Oh, so that's a good question. That is a good question. I don't want to give away too much, but basically, there will be a task for all the players to complete as a group. Again, as I've said in my previous videos, if you go back and watch those, I'm just gonna recap here. It's not like it's not gonna be as simple as like oh, you just have to place the gem in the head of the jaguar statue like in Jumanji, right? No, it's gonna be there's gonna be more lore to it than that. Quite a bit more, and there will be like certain things you can do in certain parts of the game. Again, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but basically you can give yourself like alternate endings, if you will, and like slightly different storylines and cutscenes of like things you're doing along the way, even if it does result in the same ending. But yeah, what do you do in the game? You have to conquer the jungle, basically. That's the best way I can put it right now. But there is a story written out, and I'm probably going to be revising that quite a bit, because to be honest, I wrote that like in summer, so yeah, it's a little old, but yeah. Will you be able to tame hyenas? They'll already be tamed. So basically, when you enter the game, you'll pick like a pet, so to speak, and the spotted hyena will be your starter pet, and then you can have like game pass pets like a brown or striped hyena, and then like maybe like Jaguar suggested, like an African wild dog or something like that, or painted dog. They have a lot of names, but yeah. All right, see you later. Are there characters? So I was thinking about that, and there will be separate models, as you said, for NPC characters. But for the playables, it's just gonna be your avatar, but with the character's gear. Like the character that you selected, you'll have their gear. So, like with the navigator, you'll have your binoculars, your map. With the fighter, you'll have like your spear. Actually, you'll carry like your other weapons in a backpack of sorts, because I don't think you could carry like all the stuff that I'm planning for him to have in one, or like in 2 hands, right? Like I don't think that's very I don't think that's very reliable. So yeah, you'll have a backpack for that. Let's see. Torchmaster, you'll have your torch, obviously, and you'll also have like or well, you'll find some flint rocks that you can like, kind of hit together and like, make a fire, in case your torch like runs out, because that'll be a thing. Like you'll have to reflame your torch if that makes sense, because fire doesn't last forever. So yeah, and then you might also have a box of matches for that, but that will also run out over time. So you have to be like smart about how you conserve your resources. Can you turn into the animal? No, no, sadly not. Will animals have natural interactions between each other? Um, Maybe, maybe not. Like, I think, since it's a story mode game, I mean, I can think of some interactions that would actually build on the story that would be important. But as for, for the most part, probably not a lot, but there might be like the basics, like while the player is watching, like, prey avoiding predators and stuff like that, and, sticking to their favorite environment. Because there's different environments in the map, right? There's dense jungle, sparse jungle, bamboo forest, swampland, and savanna. And for an alternate ending, not gonna spoil anything, I swear, but I might add a couple of other biomes that are not quite as tropical. Or not quite as lush, I should say. But I think I've said too much. But yeah, so Tweeko, as you were saying about like how I'm texturing, basically I've got a. It looks messy at first. Don't worry, it's not too bad. So I've got the color attribute, aka the vertex color. I don't know why they changed the name of that in the recent updates, but I guess they did. I mean, it's whatever, to be honest. Um, so that goes into a multiply node, and actually I don't even need this one. I don't know why it's there, but okay, yeah. So that's what just the vertex colors look like. And then on top, I have the Jaguars like spot patterns and facial markings and all that, the whisker dots, everything. So yeah, that's basically how I'm texturing this thing. Here, let me show the run cycles because I know there's 7 of you guys watching now. When I started, there was only a few of you, so you might not have seen it, but here, if I can just, is that it? Okay, 13. Yeah, there we go. So it's very fast, and again, the game is in general pretty stylized. Like the animations are somewhat stylized, the models, the textures, um, but it's not too far from reality. You know what I mean? Like it's stylized, it's not realistic, but it is believable in a sense. And I think that's what I'm kind of going for here. Like you want to, you want the world to like be believable, like even if it is fictional. Cool running. Thank you. Will you be able Oh, yes, yes. So I actually have done that. I'm not sure if you saw with Here, let me just say that. Okay. Anyway, I don't know if you saw with my elephant, but I'm gonna load it up right now. Looks awesome. Thank you. I'm good with my words. Thank you. That I know I laughed, but that means a lot to me. Will it be Pokemon battles? I don't know what you mean by that. Realistic and stylized at the same time. Totally. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going for. You could say it's believability over like strict realism. And I think that's what just matters most here. Alright, so it's probably gonna take a while to load up because the map is pretty big. I think it's like almost as big as Wild Savannas because, I don't know if you guys know this. I certainly didn't know this, but for a story mode game, you have to have a huge map, and I mean huge. Like it cannot be small at all. It has to be like pretty damn big. Because you don't want your players to just like walk in a circle or a square around the exact same map, right? You want it to be progressive. They have to like go forward and stuff. And sure, you can have some twists and turns there, but I think you get the idea. But anyway, yeah. So here's my elephant. Very very proud of how this turned out. It's almost like a hybrid between a forest and a bush elephant. But yeah. So if we look at the surface appearance here. So it's set to overlay because it doesn't have any transparent areas, though I might add some like hair to the tail later on. And they also have some loose hair like down here in real life, so we'll see how that goes. And they also have pretty long eyelashes, so I mean, I may or may not add those things, but either way, I think it looks really nice right now. Again, I'm just very proud of how this came out. But yeah, here we have the color map, the normal map, which basically I did it like I used the black and white texture that I'm adding like on top of the main material, or on top of the vertex colors, like this one. I'm using that to make the normal maps, and there's actually I was planning to make a video on this, but there is a wonderful little app that allows you to make normal maps from black and white images. So it's called NJob? Yes. Wait, no, I don't. Okay, yeah, it's this one. I don't know what that one is. But yeah, so basically, oh, maybe it is that one. I don't, I don't know. Basically, I found this while I was looking for. There was like an add-on for GIMP that did that, or GIMP. But like that got discontinued, and now it like doesn't work with the newer versions. But you don't need that anymore because now you can just download it from here, and I'll put the link in the chat right now. Oh, okay. You know what? Here. Let's do this. Do this. There you go. Okay, that's cool. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. So that's for anyone that wants to make a normal map. Normal map. I I was talking a little too fast there, but yeah. And then if any of you were wondering, I actually took that picture of myself, my channel banner. Is my game out? No, not even close. It is not close to being out yet. But that's why I'm doing this, right? I mean, I've gotta work on it for it to come out. But yeah. I'm hoping to have something out. Don't quote me on this because I'm not certain, but hopefully before I start college. So hopefully sometime maybe, again, don't quote me on this. This isn't final. This isn't like an announcement or anything, but I am hoping to have something out. My goal is to by maybe like September, maybe. We'll see how it goes, cuz honestly, I think I can manage the assets, like the animals and the models and textures and all that, because I don't have to make that many animations since it's a story mode game. Like I don't have to animate the animal doing every single action except for a select few. So I think I can manage that. The real question is whether or not I can find a scripter who is like committed to the game, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the freelance ones are just kind of hopping around. But in this case, maybe that's not going to be a huge problem because I probably wouldn't need them to stay for too long. So, I can be fairly flexible with their schedule because, I mean, I'm going to be honest, I don't know exactly how, like, story mode games work in terms of, like, how hard they are to code. But I'd imagine it's not as complex as, like, like Wild Savannah, right? You have to code all the pouncing and suffocating and mauling and eating alive and all that. So hopefully, I can just, like, pay someone to do it and, and then they can, like, go off on their way. Or what I would prefer is to have someone that's actually committed to development. But again, I don't mean to be a downer, but I doubt that's gonna happen, unfortunately. So for better or for worse, I mean, we're just gonna have to see how it goes. Yeah, yeah. I was actually about to get to that. Where here, let me go back to the T pose. Yeah, definitely more robust forelimbs. Most certainly. Don't want to make it too much though. Like I see a lot of people go a little too far with it. Um, to the point where like here, what I'm doing now is just redefining where the joints are. Right. You don't want it to look like straight lines at any angle. Um, except maybe from side view, but even then, you can still like see where the bends are, so to speak, and the joints, and like where the most muscular and most bony parts of the animal are. Damn, he round. Okay, that's a little too much. Yeah, no, that's not even muscular. That's just round. Oh no. That is pretty funny though. Maybe I can like balance it out by making it a little more robust over here. Eh. If I manage to smooth it out, it should look fine. And then maybe make like the lower neck like a little bit more of a transitional area, so it's not as stark of a contrast. I'm gonna make it a little bit like more sharp from side view, if that makes any sense. Like shorter, but like more of like it'll still be a cat nose, with like the roundness, but also a bit of sharpness there. I don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense, but I mean you'll see how it turns out. Oh my god, I love doing live streams. Like I love chatting with you guys and hearing your thoughts. So I'm gonna have to do that a lot more often from now on. Then maybe it can have like not like a thick like fat belly if that makes sense, but like some loose hanging skin. Like you see that it sounds nasty. I just realized that it sounds absolutely gross. But you do see that on a lot of like elderly cats, both domestic and wild. And even some young ones like my pet cats. they have some like pretty jiggly bellies, or like not jiggly. Okay, that sounds wrong. But you know what I mean. They have like some loose skin hanging down because they keep on demanding that we give them treats and stuff. Yeah, I like that. Like, okay, I think that really goes with what I was saying earlier with like the stylization of the models, right? Like you can tell, it's believable. It's not realistic, but it is something that has the potential to exist in this universe, and that's really what I'm going for here. Jaguar, kind of. So it's like a hybrid between a jaguar and a leopard. Maybe their spawn point can be in the jungle and swamp. Definitely, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil where in the story you encounter it, but it'll be one of those two for sure. What do I use to make the skins? All right. Basically, I have the skins, like the skin patterns laid out over here. So those are from like a real image of a jaguar from a long time ago that I had. Um, and then here I have the vertex color, which you paint on the model in Blender. They also call it like color attribute now. I don't know why they changed the name of it, but I guess they did. So yeah. So here's what it looks like without the skin patterns on it, or fur patterns more accurately. And then here's how it looks with them on. Oh, please don't lag, no. There we go. I think it looks really nice personally, and I'm just really happy with how this is coming along so far. Can you name your You might be able to name your pet. Will it be there'll definitely be variations for the pets. But as for like the NPC animals, I think actually, you know what? Thank you for bringing that up because I forgot to show that in my YouTube video. Or I showed it, but I didn't quite point it out. So, okay. So with the elephants, you can barely notice it, but so there is like a lighter brown one over here, and then this one's like more of a dark grayish brown. So like it's subtle, but it's there. So yeah, there might be like simple stuff like that, and then there might be like a more like lighter gray one. But I love how the elephant looks. Like elephants, they were probably my favorite animals before I really got like interested in hyenas. Like ever since I was a little kid, I always just like wanted to see an African elephant because we don't really have any at my local zoo. But then I went to San Diego Zoo and better yet, I went to Kenya and I saw them in the wild, and yeah, that was just awesome. So I can definitely see where Ender Shadow is coming from because he absolutely loves elephants, and I totally understand it. So intelligent, so huge, so beautiful. I mean, how can you not love them, you know? It's, yeah, I absolutely love elephants. They're such awesome. They are, yeah. Oh, so I was never one of those like Lion King fan hyena haters. Like, no, I liked Lion King, but you know, we had spotted hyenas at my local zoo. So I actually had a very positive sort of impression of them, if you will, because you know I had spent some time with them when I was like a younger kid. Um, so yeah, I would always Japard. Yes, Jagpard. Yes, that's right. Kind of. I mean, apparently, that's a real thing in real life, and you know, I don't really support like, you know, crossbreeding or whatever or hybridization. I think you know, just let animals mate with their own species. Like, come on, you don't have to put them in a cage and make them do another species. Like that's just messed up, and I don't think that's a good thing. I don't think that's okay at all. Granted, you know, at the same time though, I think that gets like exaggerated a bit too much among like, for example, the PETA community, which is a whole other issue. But anyway, I think people kind of exaggerate like just how the issue is, because don't get me wrong, it's bad. I don't support it, but it's not like they're forcing the animals to do it. You know, they just kind of happen to. But as I was saying, at the same time, you shouldn't have like different species in the same enclosure anyway. And that's where I think it gets kind of messy and debatable. But yeah. Extremely debatable, actually. I've seen so much controversy surrounding that. Oh, you've seen one in person? Dang. Jagaleo. Jagulep. Oh, God, I love those names. Jagulep. Yes, yes, I'm gonna call it that from now on. Jagulep. Yes. Are those African forest elephants? They're kind of like a hybrid between like a bush and a forest elephant, if you know what I mean. Like, there's aspects of both in there. Um, but at the end of the day, it is a fictional like fantasy game, so it's not like either or. It just kind of has aspects of both, if that makes sense. But yeah, there's a couple of like color variations here. There's this dark like grayish brown one, and then this lighter more like reddish brown one over here. I slightly prefer this, but this was the original texture. Um, I will say, for anyone that wants to get into Roblox game development, Roblox darkens your textures a bit. I don't know why. Even when you apply it as a surface material, which is supposed to quote unquote fix it, it doesn't fix it. It's still, I mean, it makes it slightly less dark, but it's still darker than you would originally see it like in Blender. Um, so just be wary of that when you're doing this kind of stuff. And you might have to like make a duplicate of it and darken it up in like Photoshop, or sorry, lighten it up in Photoshop or Blender or whatever. Declawed. Ah, that sucks. Do you think the giant peccary is a real animal? I've never heard of that. Like, is it extinct or like that sounds like something out of like the Pleistocene? Okay, sure, sure. Peccaries are small. Yeah, I've seen them in person at like a zoo. Yeah, they're on the smaller side, but they're tough. Like they're very tough little creatures and like very resilient. Like they're very brave. Like I've seen like a video where they almost like fight off a jaguar. Um, yeah, yeah, they have a tough character exactly. And they bite too. Like they don't just like use their head to like toss things like a warthog. Like no, they yeah, they'll like bite with their like sharp canines, and that would be a rough way to go. You've seen a whole herd chasing a jaguar. Oh no. There were large peccaries. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Wild colored peccaries. Yo, imagine if that was a challenge though. Like you had to put an actual collar on a colored peccary for like research purposes or whatever. That would not be fun. That would probably not go well. For $40 only. No, no, I think you I would demand a little more than that. Like that's risking your life there. Uh, um, actually, if we look at my channel, I actually made a peccary a while ago. Back in like the earlier Wrath of Nature days. Let's see. Where did I put it? Was it that long ago? Like, I don't know. Oh, okay, no, that's much longer. Or like, is it in here? No, this is just the gazelle. And funny story actually about the gazelle. I turned that into the peccary. Like I just went into sculpt mode. I like readjusted the proportions of the rig, and like it was able to use like the gazelle's walk animation and stuff, which was pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, like it actually looked decent, and I was like, wait, how is this even possible? But yeah. Let me see. Open from. Oh, I have no idea where I saved it, to be honest. Eh. Oh well. I'll probably show it a little later, but yeah, I did make a peccary at one point. You remember? Thank you. Yeah, yeah. They were hairy. Yeah, they're very hairy. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking about like either a peccary or like a red river hog or a warthog, maybe all three. But but yeah, I definitely want to have some pigs in there. That would be fun to like try to hunt those, but they fight back. Probably Red River and Warthog for now, but then I might do Peccary later. Warthog overrated? Kind of. Okay. Giant Force. That might be better. Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably have Collared Peccary, Giant Forest Hog, and Red River Hog would be like my three choices. Yeah, I love warthogs too. They're really funny looking. I love how they trot with like their tail just like sticking up out of the grass, and like when they're walking, it's like constantly wagging. Like it just looks really cute. And then I love the mane that they have. Like it just runs almost all the way down the back, depending on the subspecies. We went to a dev to talk to pigs. Yes, that's right. Yes, yes, that's right. You did, and it is working. I do like me some bacon. I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, Planet Zoo's common warthog looks terrible. I swear, all of the Lion King animals in that game look terrible, or the animals that are in the Lion King and that game, like the hyena. I did a whole video on that. It's very poorly done. Like it's not even about the fact that it looks bad. It's about like the fact that they didn't study like actual footage of them at all. Like they just used a canine walk cycle and then like slouched the back a little. Meerkat isn't that bad. Yeah, I feel like the texture is still a little too flat though, Like it needs more detail to it. Or like more contrast between like the fur shadows and stuff, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's technical, but yeah. Why they made Puma red? Yeah. And even the Planet Zoo one, they made that one like orangish red too. Yeah, Tano, you're right. Yeah, a lot of the Planet Zoo animations don't look good. I'll say the elephant looks decent. Like the elephant's animations are all fairly good except for the running, which looks a little weird. But like the other animals, yeah, they've got some pretty big issues. Giraffe was decent actually. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, the rhinos, they should gallop, or at least, at the very least, canter in the game. But yeah. Dude, I actually... Fuck, yeah, I haven't seen a striped hyena in like over 10 years. But maybe, like... when I move out, I think in Florida there is a zoo with striped hyenas. So I'll probably make some like video content on that. Eight rhinos blind. Nearsighted. So they can see up close, but like everything like outside of I would say like I forget 80 foot 100 foot radius. Outside of that, it's all blurry. Can hippos gallop? So that's actually a very interesting question because I was just thinking about this like the other night. Like, I saw a video of them, like sort of, not galloping, but like cantering, I guess. Like galloping is like, okay, how do I explain this? Cantering is a slightly different, like slower gait than galloping, but it's the same idea. Um, but yeah, I think I saw like a video of a subadult, cantering a bit, and then yeah, I've seen the babies gallop. So, yes, they can. But not the adults. The fastest they can go as adults is like a super fast trot. Basically, is how they run. And like they can't really change direction much while running. Like they just kind of like go forward. In fact, one time I saw a video of like a guy that was being chased by a hippo near a cliff, and then the hippo, it couldn't change direction, so it like ran off the cliff and like into the river. And I don't know if it survived, but it was falling like upside down. So yeah, the guy got like really lucky because they are actually faster than you are. Poor hippo. I mean, yeah, but it kind of deserved it. I'm just kidding. Animalia. Oh no. I was gonna upload a video about Animalia. Um, I still might, but I left them a review on Steam. You can actually go and look for that in like their review section. Though it's probably pretty far down now since I left this review like a few months ago. That game is horrible. I'm sorry, but like the mechanics are so bare bones. You can barely even do anything. Um, the lions, Matt, they can upgrade their stamina to be more than the hyenas. I'm not even joking. Like, I was a subadult hyena and I was running from these lionesses for like 3 minutes straight. They didn't get tired. They only got faster as they went along. And they just like ended up killing me so easily. I was just like, okay, the killing I can understand, but like running me down for that long when I had like a significant head start. Spotted hyenas are literally endurance. Exactly, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Mapogo brothers. Yeah, honestly, an overrated coalition. If I'm gonna be honest here, I think the Notch brothers were like probably a bit more formidable because they were bigger and stronger, like physically. Yeah, Tenno. That happened to me as well. Yeah. Who would win, an adult hyena or adult mountain lion? Probably the mountain lion to be honest. But I mean, okay, maybe a spotted hyena could defeat a female mountain lion. Because mountain lions they're cougars, right? They're on the smaller side, and if it's not an ambush and the hyena has like time to defend itself, yeah, the hyena could totally turn the tables on it. Um, but I think two would probably kill a male mountain lion to be honest. But for one, like especially like I was saying, if it's an ambush and the hyena doesn't like see it coming, then yeah, that's probably the end of it. Mountain lions are ripped. They are, yeah. But like their bite, it's not like as strong as it's hyped up to be for whatever reason. It's kind of like hyena versus the leopard. Yeah. Oh yeah. There was Casimir porphydes in North America. Casimir porphydes. I forget how you pronounce that, but yeah. Think spotted. Yeah, yeah. So like realistically, the hyena would probably just intimidate the cougar, and then the cougar would just like, go on its way most of the time. So Phoenix, I was actually, I was confused on that for a while too, but basically jaguars are strongest relative to body size, but overall the tiger is like a bit stronger, if that makes sense, just because it's like so much bigger. Like overall, it can just generate more force because of its size. But if you were to like theoretically have one the same size, yeah, the jaguar would be much stronger. Oh yeah, that's why I don't do any programming because I've tried to learn how to do that. I have no clue, to be quite honest. That's one of the main challenges is trying to like find a scripter. Um but the modeling and stuff, it takes years to learn, but I think I'm already at like a point where I can say like I kind of know how to do this, and I've learned animation fairly recently, um, and I think at this point I'm pretty good with both things. So yeah. Let's see. They kill their prey through the hair. Oh, jaguars. Yeah, and actually, funny enough, leopards do too. Like leopards, they'll kill like smaller things by biting like the back of the head. Well, can you be a tester? Honestly, I think like everyone's gonna be kind of a everyone's gonna like be able to play the game at the same time. There's gonna be a very very small group of people to test. Um, but yeah, you'll probably have like access to like the beta version. Who would win between an adult hyenodon and a jaguar? Yeah, yeah. Wait. Oh. Sorry, I thought you said the hyenodon, like the extinct animal that's not actually related to hyenas. Yeah, yeah. Jaguar, the jaguar would definitely win. Although I feel like, if it's a female jaguar and like like an adult hyena, the hyena would probably defend itself quite a bit because, if you look at how lionesses interact with adult hyenas, like even they're very like careful about it. Like you very rarely see lionesses kill like mature spotted hyenas. It's not that they're not capable of it. Obviously they are, but um, they're very cautious about it because like that, yeah, that can still end pretty badly for them in like a chest injury or nose injury and stuff like that. What happened to Barry on blocks? That's a good question. I have no idea, honestly. Yeah, it's a rough situation. Nobody knows, right? Like when I put up that memorial for him in the game, this isn't like I'm not saying that he's dead, but this is just to kind of like honor him and the inspiration that he's given me and support all the years, um, or all these years for the game, right? He like I can't stress that enough. He really really supported me, from 2017 to 2020, especially in 2020, and yeah, I just thought it would be a good idea to kind of honor his legacy here. So yeah, and this is actually a real quote of his. It was from an interview that I found, and I agree with it too. He says having fun and being yourself is the secret to being able to work every day without ever feeling tired of it or unhappy, and I fully agree with that. Like that's what I do as a YouTuber, as a 3D modeler, as an artist, as a graphic designer from time to time. I think this can apply to any hobby of, or any, not hobby, but passion of yours, like, yeah, if you feel like, something's worth doing, do it to the best of your ability, and you won't be tired of it. So, it was a very, very smart and very true thing that he said, but yeah, nobody knows what's happened to him. And when I say nobody knows what happened to him, I don't just mean on YouTube. Like, I think you guys, like, not you guys in the stream right now, but like some people kind of assume I'm only looking at his YouTube channel, and they're like, oh, he just lost his Google account. Like, no, I've been looking everywhere. All right, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Discord, everywhere. Facebook, though, I don't think he has a Facebook, but yeah, I've been looking everywhere, and there's just been nothing at all online from him or even about him except for my one video. Like, nobody has, like, I mean, other than like on Discord, I guess no one's really made anything about like his disappearance or him in general, ever since October 5th of 2020. I've been keeping a very close watch on this. Oh yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, they're 95% the same animal physically, male lion and male tiger. I would say, like, if anything, 55-45, like, just a very slight advantage to a tiger, but still a bit of an advantage there. Convicted of an assault in early 2021. Tuiko, I don't... No, that's not real, guys. I'm pretty sure I would have seen it. Male elephant in must as the boss. Now, there's gonna be a different boss. You'll see how it is, but... Yeah. Can you help me make the game? What would you be helping me with? And I don't mean that in like a rude way. I'm just wondering like what your skill set is. And yeah, that's right. There's a lot of different Barry McGoverns in like that's apparently I found that out like on his merch website. Like if you look in the legality page, like there's a lot of people with like his exact name in Ireland, which is where he was from, so that doesn't really help a lot. Do I know the game Wild Savannah on Roblox? Yeah, I played it a lot. That's how I got famous in the first place. Back in 2020. They don't do too much content on that. I already answered that question. I think it's a very even fight, but I would say tiger wins slightly more often than male lion. Assuming it's a male tiger, that is. Like, I don't think a female tiger could. Because that's like a lioness versus a tiger, you know? Like, there just isn't, or sorry, a lioness versus a male lion. Like, there just isn't too much of a chance there. Alright, so now, I was gonna do this earlier, but I got sidetracked. Now I'm going to bake the texture. So, Tweeko, you might want to record this, like if you want to texture in this style for your own game. Oh, here, I have to save the, like I changed the pause a little. Save? Yes, save. Perfect. Okay. So, basically what you do is you switch to cycles, go down to bake, select diffuse, deselect these two, have only color selected, that's very important. And then here we make a new texture, call it Jaguar ITJ, so I know it's Into the Jungle. And we hit bake. Oh, okay, well we have to select the model first, but after that, you hit bake. And it's gonna take a little bit, but it'll get there. So you can watch it over here. And by baking it, you can make this bigger, but it doesn't have to be. You can see like it has like these little like stretch mark looking things. That's how you avoid having the cracks on your model, if that makes sense, on Roblox. Like there's sometimes like little black lines going down. This is how you avoid that. So you just need those like extra stretched pixels, and you can effectively again avoid having those cracks. So we just save that. Cool. Looks like a Pantanal Jaguar. Pretty much, yeah. Pantanal Jaguar, but like with long tail like a leopard, thick like dewlap neck like a leopard. Head shape is also a bit more leopard-like, but yeah, it's got like aspects of both jaguars and leopards in there. And I think that's it. Yeah, just makes her a very beautiful animal, because I love how both look, to be honest. I've seen them like in zoos before. And yeah, I think they're just both awesome. I know Tweeko doesn't like jaguars very much, but yeah, anyway, that's just silliness. Who wins, leopard or jaguar? Oh boy. Yeah, it definitely depends on the subspecies of both. Oh god. Oh no. Hey Tweeko, come on, no. We don't need to start drama on here, come on. Even if it's just a joke, like I don't want anyone misinterpreting anything. Like, come on, that's just nonsense. Dude, okay, look, if you're gonna do this, like, here, sorry guys, I think I'm gonna have to deal with something real quick. I just think I'm gonna... Tweeko? Okay, look, you have to drop the conversation. Alright? Alright, yeah, that's enough of you, buddy. That's not even true. No, that's not okay, come on. I'm not like, oh my god, I don't know why like he keeps on like saying those things. Like I'm not like into kids, you know? Like I'm into people like around my age. Like come on. That's just nonsense right there. You know, Tweeko said something like, "Oh yeah, child crush" or something. Like I'm sure he's just making jokes, but that isn't a funny joke to make. Not in my opinion, at least. Can we play as like no, it's story mode adventure games. Yeah, no, it's not a good joke. Come on, Tweaker, you know better. You know better than that. What'll happen in story mode? I mean, let's. I don't want to spoil the story for you, but let's just say it'll be very, very eventful. Those are lines you don't cross. Yeah, yeah. You really don't want to cross those kinds of lines. Especially publicly, like, with your like small group of friends, sure, I can understand that. But this is, very much a public live stream. Like, we've got 12 people watching. Like, that isn't okay. It's not even true. Or relevant. Like, come on. Uh, will there be any large? Yeah, there might be some like large apes. And like large monkeys too. Again, I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah, there'll definitely be primates since it's a jungle world. It's been too long. What do you mean? Oh yeah, CS. Oh boy, it's a fascinating situation, isn't it? Yeah, I mean it's oof. Yeah, it's unfortunate that the game got canceled or discontinued rather. Um, but I kind of saw it coming. Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that would happen. And yeah, yeah, Snoopy, I remember you. What are my theories on the sister game to CS? I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming it's probably somewhere in like California or North America, but like they're friends with people that are making a Mexico game. So it's like, to me it's like why would they do that? They would make like a North America game and that like Sonora game. Like, why? There's no point in that to me. Like, it's just two of the same things. Can we write, dude? Okay, Piggy, look, spamming things is not going to answer your question. But can you ride your pets? There will be certain rideable animals, yes. And what will hyenas help with? Mostly with combat. Like, you'll be able to like train them to hunt, if that makes sense. Oh no, it's okay. Don't feel too bad about that, Piggy. I remember when I was a kid, I would like do that and assume it would help, but yeah, you just it's just something you want to avoid in the future. But yeah, you play as a human. You play as your avatar, but with the gear and tools of whatever character you choose. To be herd guardians for livestock, I've never heard of that. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Oh, okay. See you, Jaguar. I'll definitely post a picture of this Jaguar with like the finalized materials and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you so much. If I'm a human in the jungle, that won't be pretty safe. What do you mean by that? I mean, like, obviously it won't be like safe, but there'll be things you do to like protect yourself. Do we get home in the game? That depends if you beat the game or not, buddy. That depends. You have weapons? There will be weapons, yeah. Yeah. Not for all the characters, mostly for the fighter. Um, but that's why you want multiple characters on your team, right? Like, you can't just complete the whole game as one character. Like, I don't think that's gonna work. That kind of destroys the purpose of teamwork. You can try, but I don't think you'll have much success. Like, without the navigator, you won't know where to go. Without the fighter, you won't have a lot of stuff to do in terms of like fighting with, right? Like you won't have a lot of combat advantages, is what I'm trying to say. Um, in terms of cooking food, right? You need the Torchmaster for that. So what I'm saying here is all of these characters have a use, and they all have a need, and you need all of them on your team. I should be a poet, but no, I wasn't. Okay, but I think you guys get the point. How long would a full playthrough be? At minimum an hour. Minimum is gonna be like 45 minutes to an hour, and that's if you and your team work really really well together. Because there will be some parts of the game where it's open world, right? Like you just kind of like go around and I don't want to spoil anything, but you look for some things. You have to like maybe cook some food or hunt some animals to get food, right? So that'll take however long your team takes, and yeah. So there will be certain tasks you have to complete that aren't necessarily within a time limit. So it'll really depend on your team, but at minimum probably about an hour. Can you play as a monkey? I don't no. I mean you can play as a human, but definitely not like a traditional monkey, no. Maximum again, that just depends on how long your team takes, and how much you work together, and how well you work together too. Can you eat monkeys? I mean, maybe? I guess. I mean, I don't know. I haven't thought of that actually. You'll definitely be able to eat like herbivores though. Kind of messed up a little, yeah, because they're like somewhat related to us. But then again, all life is technically related, so where you draw the line on that is totally subjective. Like everyone's gonna have their own little line to be drawn. There's no like universal standard for that, unfortunately. Uh, but or maybe that's for the best. I don't know. Can you eat anything or only herbivores? What? Well, I mean, you can try to eat other things, but herbivores are what you're essentially meant to eat. Actually, you know what? Okay, okay. Let me save this. I want to get started on a herbivore model like very soon. Maybe not right now, but soon, soon. You'll see. Maybe on the stream, maybe on tomorrow's stream. Um, but yeah, there will definitely be like I definitely want to show you guys me making a herbivore. Some kind of ungulate for sure. Yeah, here, I'm just gonna brighten it up because for some reason, I guess Blender kind of makes it dark too, like darker than what you see in Material Preview mode. Like here in Solid mode, you can see it for how it is, but then in Material Preview, it makes it like way brighter, and I don't know why that is, but I'm gonna fix it. Alright, so just go light, and then color, because they kind of go hand in hand. But yeah, a little more light. Just a little. And a bit more color. And then we save it. Alright, and then let's try and reload it in Blender, see if it worked. I think it did, yeah. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit, you can't really notice it, but it's a tiny bit lighter, which is all I was hoping for. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna import it to Roblox, as it is. Actually, I lied. I'm gonna join these parts first into one model, so we only have to import one object. For like ragdolls, apparently you have to like split it into different parts. But in this case, since it's just an NPC, it's not gonna need a ragdoll really. Like even for the carcasses, maybe you'll be able to just like tear out chunks of like just random meat pieces that spawn in, if that makes sense. Like they'll just kind of appear in your hand. So yeah. Oh, hey, big window. Okay. Selected objects only, because that's important. And then what's also important is the scaling. Say FBX all, and basically if you don't do that, it just becomes huge, and I mean huge in Roblox. Forgotten Bloodlines. No, I haven't, but I've seen the trailer for it. Zebra? Yeah, there will probably be zebras. Probably not in the jungle though. I don't think that would make much sense. Venomous snakes or toxic frogs? Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. Actually, no. Now I want to add that. Okay. I'm gonna screenshot that and then upload it to my Discord. Can you tame apes? Okay, you know what? No, probably not, because if you look at how it turns out with gorilla or with chimpanzees, like people try to keep them as pets in real life, it never ends well. Like the owner gets like ripped to shreds. Oh, is this one of you guys? Here, yeah, come on. Yeah, come on in, here. Here, let's just never expire. So you can invite as many friends as you want here. So yeah, there's the Wrath of Nature, Into the Jungle Discord server. I mean, it's what Wrath of Nature turned into, basically. Wrath of Nature story mode. It's just like renamed to Into the Jungle. Oh yeah, Teddy, you're gonna want to wait until you're like 13, cause let me tell you right now, as an adult, I've kind of found out, never, ever lie about your age online. It will haunt you forever. Trust me on that. You're like, oh, okay. I mean, in a couple of years you'll be able to join, so that's good. Yeah, sure. I sent the link in the chat, but you can, yeah, I don't mind. Will predators eat you? Yeah, that's what they do. And again, you'll only get 3 lives, so if you lose all 3, you're gonna have to restart your adventure all over again. With or without your friends, depending on if they die or not. Okay, so let me show you guys a bit more of the map, right? So I've actually added some palm trees and coconut trees around the map. You know, fun fact actually, in real life, some rainforests have like over 700 species of tree within that one same jungle. So I'm definitely trying to add a lot of diversity here with tropical plants. And this is no exception. So we've got like two different kinds of palm trees here. I believe this one is the coconut tree, or has coconuts on it. But yeah, and you'll be able to like eat the coconuts, although you have to break it up against these rocks first. But yeah, so this is where you'll spawn in this sort of like jungle clearing area. Oh yeah, and as for toxic versus non-toxic, see, this is interesting. Non-toxic, toxic, basically. You don't want to eat these kinds of mushrooms. And then what's it? Your wildlife expert, right? He'll be able to like write this down in his or like as you see things around the map, basically, you'll unlock new pages in the field guide, and that's how it's gonna work. So like once you find this, you'll be able to have the information about it. So like you'll know, okay, this is toxic, don't eat this. This is clean, you can eat this. So yeah. And then there's this lovely little stream here. It looks a lot nicer when you actually like run the client, so let's do that. Because for some reason, it doesn't let you preview the clear water in edit mode, but when you're running the client, it actually looks really nice. Assuming it loads at least. Yeah, let me close Blender because we've done everything we need to do in there for the night. Is there a Hyena Clan Discord? Not really. Not right now. Not that I have. Oh yeah, yeah. Will NPCs attack other NPCs? Maybe. Maybe. I still haven't fully decided on that, but there might be animal interactions on there. We'll see how it goes, but yeah. Spitting cobras would be cool. That's interesting. That is definitely worth some consideration, to say the least. I really like that idea. Okay, so here we are in the client, and you can see I really like the mud material. Like, I found it for free on textures.com. Anyone can have access to it, but yeah, all you have to do is like make a free account, and like each day you get 15 credits. Some images you need like premium credits to download, but most of them, like at least majority, I think, like more than 50% are free. And yeah, like look at the quality of this. Like it actually looks like wet mud. And it you'll probably notice it does have the smooth shorelines. And don't worry about these trees falling over, I'll fix that. I think I just forgot to anchor them, but yeah. So right now, you just have these upside down underwater trees. And like, you're strong enough to move them. Yeah, almost. But yeah. Wait, can I move this one? Oh, I gotta be like really strong for that. But yeah, you know, it's a lot of decorations on the map. Oh no. Okay, okay. We're gonna pause right there. We're gonna have to anchor all the trees. Which animals can you tame? There will be certain animals that are already tamed for you, I guess. Windstorm, yeah. But yeah, there will be certain animals that are already tamed, that you have from the start of your adventure. And from there, oh boy, okay, that's a lot. Okay, I'm gonna have to get back to your question in a bit. Okay. Here, I have to select, no, not all of these, but some of these. And then anchor. Okay, good. I thought I was gonna lag there because it's so many. And then what are these? Okay, so they're just called palm tree. Nice and straightforward. Good. Because sometimes people name their assets on the toolbox like just all these fancy names that I can't remember, and I'm just like, okay, what are they talking about there? Like ungroup for this. But they're probably saying you have to like ungroup the model to adjust it, but yeah. In this case, we don't really need that. So, anchor. Oh wait, did I already anchor them all? Well, I guess I'm gonna double anchor them. Can never be too safe. Okay, now it's gonna lag because I'm selecting a lot. Okay, just anchor. And then when it deselects, it takes a long time. Okay, now let's try and play. See if it worked. Hopefully there's no hurricane this time. Or hurricane aftermath, more accurately. Will there be dogs? I think there will be like African painted dogs, yeah. Yeah, Gorilla takes that one. Gorilla definitely takes that one. I would say, I think it would take like, ooh, I don't even know. Like, since they're a primate, they can like defend themselves act like really well. Maybe like, 5 or 6. Yeah, yeah. I think like 5 spotted hyenas could probably take a gorilla. Cause I'm gonna be honest, they're good fighters, but they're a little bit overhyped. But I mean, obviously 1v1, yeah, the gorilla smashes it, obviously, and quite literally. But I feel like, you know, again, they're just slightly overrated when it comes to fighting. Like, Tuiko would love this. Apparently, yeah, exactly. Leopards have been known to kill gorillas, but hyenas aren't really primate specialists in that regard. Like, not to that degree. But yeah, I mean, there's, you know, I guess for a group of hyenas, there's definitely a potential. I'm not really into like the whole animal debate stuff anymore, but you know, it is interesting nonetheless. Chimps are the worst apes. They're definitely the worst to get beaten up by, or one of the worst. Because like they go after the things that you need. Like they go after your face, your eyes, your fingers, your toes. Like they know what you need to like move around and function, right? Pulse. Yeah, yeah, that too. Yeah. It sucks. Since the hyena can break bone. Okay, no, here's the thing about that. Hyenas break bone with their back teeth, with their molars, right? Like they crunch with that. When they're attacking living animals, like when they're hunting, they use their fangs. They use like their front teeth and like a little bit of the side teeth, but not the whole molar battery. So like in combat, you know, if they can get like a really good grip on something, they can like, yeah, sure, break its bone. But usually they don't do that. Usually they'll eat the thing alive, which is pretty brutal. But I mean, to be fair, pretty much all carnivores do it as long as their prey can't fight back. Like even cheetahs sometimes do it. Like I saw a video of a coalition of cheetahs doing that to an impala. None of them were on its neck, but since the impala couldn't really fight back or run away, it was just kind of sitting there, probably in shock, I'm guessing. And then the cheetahs were just kind of like eating it like from the back, and yeah, that is not fun. Oh god, yeah, random. I've seen that video. Yeah. It wasn't 30, spoiler alert. It was like 24 at the max. Yeah, like that's such a silly claim. Like actually no, it's not even 24. I only counted 18 in that video in total. Like at the beginning you can see all of the hyenas together. I only counted 18 there, so yeah, that's definitely not 30. That is much less. Also, if you're referring to an adult male hyena, of course. And between spotted hyenas, the males and females, they're not really that much different. I know like channels like Nat Geo Wild and Minute Earth and all that stuff. They definitely spread that a lot, don't they? Like they say like the females are a lot bigger and stronger than the males. As far as actual scientific literature goes, we've kind of known that was false for about 30 years now. It's just mainstream media really likes spreading that myth. Um, and yeah, that's, oy. That's a really messy situation. And I've tried to, combat it before by spreading, facts, like, more accurate, up to date information. But, I mean, at the end of the day, not everyone really believes science because there's so much fake science out there. People don't know what to believe, and I think that's a big problem here. It's a problem everywhere, actually. If the hyenas were more confident, the lion would have died. Obviously, yeah, yeah. Is it actually possible for a rhino to pierce some? Of course, yeah. I mean, well, they'd have to aim it pretty precisely, but like, it's like it's difficult, but I'm sure they could, yeah. Like that would probably get a really good goring on something if they could aim it. Again, difficult, very difficult, but very much possible too. I'm sure usually they'd probably just like prefer to throw something, so they don't get like their whole face torn apart, um, or like injured in any way. But yeah, like when you see, here let me just show some examples of this, like male rhinos after fighting. Like they get some pretty bad wounds in there. Like, okay, well, there's not really a ton of good images of it, but I've seen some where they're just like covered in scars. That was a poacher, and shame on them, but yeah. But yeah, you can see like, okay, yeah, if you zoom in on this, yeah, okay, yeah, you can see like the scar next to the eye. It's a bad place to get a scar. And this one's got a scar there too, and like above the nostril and like near the lip. Yeah, oof, that sucks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Especially in the Lion King remake, they really pushed that like female strict dominance thing, even though it has like very little bearing in real life. Like that theory, it was created when we had a very poor understanding of hyenas. But it was debunked like 30 years ago. So, yeah, yeah. It's a shame that that myth is still around and being perpetuated to this degree. But look, we fixed all the trees, so no more hurricane aftermath. So if we just like, yeah, okay. So the water, it's very shallow, but for some reason Roblox just like automatically makes you swim in it. I mean, I guess that's fine. Like, I don't have that much of an issue with it. But there will be a faster way to get across the water, and might have something to do with those logs. And actually, did I tell me, chat? Did I make a video, about like the new characters that I have planned? Because, like not about 10 days ago now, so I think I probably made a video on it. I made these. So I'm obviously, I'm being a little vague with the descriptions because again, surprising you guys is very important to me. Um, and and yeah, so you'll have a captain character who can build canoes for your team, and only they can steer and control it. Their special ability is sailing, and the translator can actually talk to the human NPC and characters, not animals, but yeah. So that'll obviously affect your story quite a bit. Um, maybe there will be like different tasks for you guys to do, but yeah. I got a ping from Ender Shadow's realism server. The face is too big, but it looks cool either way. Oh, okay, so this person, don't worry, don't get mad at them. They're just not familiar with the game style. I used to do, I used to like aim for accuracy, but I just find it really boring now, and honestly kind of depressing, because if you just get one little detail wrong, it messes up the whole thing, and yeah, I don't like it. Did I say I meant process. Maybe if I was like a photographer, I'd find it fun, but I mean, it still sucks. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Males usually leave their natal clans, but not always. About 15 to 30% do stay. So yeah, it really is case dependent. So yeah, I would say like 15 to 30, depending on the region and the clan, and most importantly, depending on the availability of unrelated females within the clan, and the mother's rank. Because think about it, if a male is like born to a low ranking female, he's not gonna have a high rank to begin with, and therefore he isn't losing much when he leaves his birth clan. Um, but if he's born to like the matriarch, then he has quite a bit to lose. But sometimes they still leave even in that scenario. Do I believe that gray wolves once or still do live in Africa? I mean, there are certain color morphs of African golden wolves that really closely resemble gray wolves. But as for like Canis lupus, like current gray wolves, no, I don't think there are any. Ethiopian wolves, yeah, but that's not Canis lupus though. That's I forget what genus that is actually. Is that genus Canis, or is that, I don't know. Oh, okay, they're Canis. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, they look like they belong there. Canis simiensis. Okay, yeah, the Latin names are like tough to pronounce, because like that's not my native language. Oh yeah, random. You can join voice chat on here. Actually, I'll send this to you guys too. This is my friend Elijah's server. Elijah XS Thedes. I don't know. He he has a really long username, but basically he's a Twitch streamer, does some gaming content. red foxes are in North Africa? Wouldn't it be a little hot for them, like in the Sahara Desert? Oh, I definitely believe they're their own genus. So parahyena for sure. Because, you know, the native ranges of striped and brown hyenas do not overlap. So I don't see how they could be in the same genus. Oh, Atlas Mountains. That's right. Okay, okay, I see. But yeah, so going back to the brown hyena, so that is definitely debatable, um, but I think like the most evidence points toward their what do you call um like being their own genus basically. Oh yeah, good. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. A group of oh yeah, Tano. Okay, that's I don't like that. Yeah. So apparently, for those who aren't aware, there's been a bit of a controversy, let's just say, with the feral horses, not wild, feral, they're not native, in Namibia. Now, to give you some context as to why I hate this issue so much, I did a research project last year for school on invasive species and their effects on the ecosystem. Now, where I live in Hawaii, there are a ton of invasive species. We barely have any native land animals left, or even birds, like flying birds. Like most of them are gone because a lot of them were ground nesting, and what happened was basically when the Polynesians came and the Europeans, um, they brought over pigs and mongoose and rats, and basically they started eating all the bird eggs. They started killing all the birds themselves, and yeah, like there's just barely anything left. And also our water is ruined because when pigs and like the ungulates, like on some islands there's deer, when they're like eating stuff, right? They're eating the plants, and this ecosystem isn't used to that, right? So basically, when the soil gets loose, um, basically what happens is it falls into the water, and what falls with it is also their their like droppings, like their shit and stuff, and yeah, it's just a disgusting situation, and I mean it is all our humans' fault. So yeah, no, I would say it's worse than the Florida situation because we don't have anything to combat it. But you know that is one of the reasons I actually do support hunting as like a means for conservation. I know that's controversial and all that, but you know I think it is important, um, especially since like over here we can't just like kill all the pigs because they're culturally significant where I am, right? And and yeah, like it would, you know, it would be very difficult to do that in the first place, even if we could do that. Let's see. I have a sorry, I skipped over a lot of questions. Yeah, so spotted hyenas do prey on Namibia's wild horses, and that's the other reason I hate the situation so much. Is because people are literally killing native wild spotted hyenas in Namibia just because they're hunting the horses, and apparently that's like bad for tourism because like, oh, well, we want to see feral horses in the desert because that's so cool. There's other places on earth you can do that, you know? And you know, the fact that it just has to be there, it's just such a sad situation. I think, you know, if you want to see the horses, just go to a fucking farm or something. Like, you're on safari, you're supposed to see like native wild African animals. You don't have to see some stupid feral horses. Like, come on. That's so it's such a bullshit, man. I'm sorry for swearing, but it really is. Yeah, Przewalski's horse. Yeah, in like Mongolia. Yeah, yeah. There's like so many better ways to see horses, and plus, you can see zebras in Africa. Like you know, it's not every day you see those on a farm, right? How does a female hyena have this? Okay, so two things. One, they don't. It's just like a larger external what's it called? Clitoris, I think. Anyway, there's kids watching. I shouldn't really be saying a whole lot about that, but so there's that. It's not actually a dick. And also that's only the spotted hyena. No other hyena species has that. Not today at least. It's debatable whether or not cave hyena had that because it was in the genus Crocuta, so maybe it did. Nobody really knows though, and nobody even knows why it evolved in spotted hyenas. So, I mean, yeah, there's theories like all over the place, but most of them are either outdated. Like females actually don't have more testosterone than males. Their testosterone level does raise during pregnancy, but then that gets passed on to their offspring. Like they don't keep it, so to speak, and that gets passed on to offspring of both genders. So the females don't actually end up having more testosterone than the males. In fact, they have less, just like every other mammal. Isn't the cave hyena just as paleo? That too is debatable because I think like the steppe hyena is like its own species within the Crocuta genus, or like it's been debated, and I don't know if that's the same as cave hyena, but I think it is. But yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, that's a really good question. I don't know the answer to that. Yeah, exactly. The horses were never meant to be there. Yeah. They just like escaped from like some war veterans and basically people liked seeing them in the desert and like now we're trapped in this cycle where it's like, okay, the horses aren't actually going to survive that well on their own. So we have to kill off the hyenas because they're hunting them. And that's very harmful to all the native animals, right? Like without enough hyenas, and especially since there's like very few or no lions at all actually in that part of Namibia, and there's not supposed to be either. Like they're not native. That's why like you don't hear about people killing the lions there, because there just aren't any, and there never were. There are in some parts of Namibia, but not where the issue is taking place. No, no, not in that region, no. But I feel like, if they were, right, just because of the Lions' good reputation, that would probably save it from the issue. It's like, oh, well, they're important because we need predators. Yeah, you also need spotted hyenas, dumbass. But anyway, yeah, that's a whole other issue. But thankfully, there's no lions there, so that's not really like an issue. What would I do if I saw a hyena outside my house? I would try and scare it off, If it comes back, not much I can do about that. But when I am outside, definitely, like I would definitely have like a fist, right? Like so they don't bite off your fingers. If they come and investigate you, you have to have boundaries, right? You can't just let them like bite you or anything. Like, sure it's cool and stuff to like maybe you can let them like sniff you a bit, but like if they start like nibbling, like that's when you have to like make yourself known, like, hey, I'm not prey, you go look for food somewhere else. Or the thing is that can be debated too because in Ethiopia people actually have semi-domesticated hyenas there, like spotted hyenas, so maybe I'm wrong, maybe you don't have to be that hostile with them, but assuming it's a wild spotted hyena, yeah, you don't want to You don't want to like get eaten basically, so you don't have to you don't have to kill it right off the bat as long as you're like in Africa where it belongs. Um, but you definitely want to be careful for its sake and for your own. Did you know a donkey can beat up a hyena? I mean, yeah, they can beat up pretty much any dog breed too, so it's not surprising. However, the videos that you're probably referring to, those are all videos of like the same two donkey and hyena just like playing together. Like that's how they play. They have like a whole TikTok page about it. But yeah, that is play actually. And the reason the hyena looks like different in each video, that's because as hyenas grow, their fur color changes dramatically. Like if you look at the earlier videos from like 2020, those ones have like the more mottled coat, right? Like with more black on it and like less tan. And then as you like go into like the newer videos, like 2021, 2022 videos of that, it's the same two individuals, but you know they're affected because the hyena has grown up essentially or is growing up. Ever heard of Pleistocene Park? Yeah, yeah, I have, and I think, you know, that stuff's fascinating. Like, you know, they're bringing back the mammoths and stuff, but I think we should focus on bringing back animals that they have, or no, that they have that we have right now. Like bringing them back from the verge of critical endangerment, right? Like critically endangered animals, they should probably be using that cloning technology to bring those back rather than go straight to the extinct ones. I think that's. I mean, I know they're doing it for like the black-footed ferrets, which is good, but you know we need to be doing that for like rhinos and stuff, and arguably African wild dogs. Though there's a lot of those in zoos, so maybe we don't need it so much for them. Um, but yeah, no, I think the focus should be critically endangered animals, and then once as many of those as we can get off of that list are off it, then we can focus on like more recently extinct ones. The ethics of using Asian elephants. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, saying it would be sick. It would, but like, come on. That's not what this is about. This shouldn't be about that. I mean, with the mammoth, I understand there's a purpose for it, right? Um, like basically they knock down the trees and stuff, so not as much carbon is absorbed into the ground, and then basically that helps the Arctic and polar areas stay a bit colder than they do right now. Um, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's very, it's interesting, right? But yeah, there's a lot to take in there. Like I think the other issue I see with it is, you know, we're gonna start living in a world where we can just kill as many animals as we want and then just assume they'll never go extinct because we can bring them back. Like I don't think that's a good message to spread. And unfortunately, that seems to be what a lot of people are kind of getting out of this whole de-extinction thing. And especially, you know, people that kind of overhunt. That's yeah, that's not gonna go well, is it? They're just gonna take advantage of it and assume everything's gonna be okay, but it's not. That's just not how ecosystems work. They're not thinking about that. Do I think mammoths are coming soon? Okay, I think the mammoth thing is gonna take at least a couple hundred years to be honest, because elephants grow very, very, very slowly. Like they live long lives, right? And I'm sure the same applies to mammoths. Maybe not as long, but still pretty damn long. Like at least 40 years, I would assume. So, you know, they're talking about like, oh, we're gonna release 100 mammoths into Siberia. Like, okay, how long is that gonna take? Like, that's like, what if there's issues with the first ones, and then the next generation there's still issues? Like, it's just not gonna work. I mean, it's not that it's not gonna work, but I'm sure like they'll get it to work eventually, but it's gonna take like very long, and we should probably make, you know, smaller animals that don't take so long to grow first, like the thylacine. Um, but apparently that's coming after the mammoth. I mean, like I think we've heard this kind of stuff before about the thylacine, right? Like, oh, we're gonna clone the thylacine. We're gonna clone the thylacine. Um, I feel like even if we do that, it's not even gonna be like a purebred one. You know, it's. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I support it for the thylacine. I really do. But I feel like, I mean, it's a good animal to do it for. But I think we should really double check Papua New Guinea before we even think about that. Oh yeah, so Brendan, they're planning to do it apparently like with an artificial womb for the thylacine, and oh boy, that's a whole other thing, isn't it? If I saw a small dinosaur, I mean, hmm, I don't know. Oh, actually, so Brendan, they changed, like, I don't know, taxonomy is all over the place for them, but apparently it's like thylacines are closest to uh, Dunarts apparently, as of like more recent research. But they're tiny. They're like mouse-sized animals. So they're not gonna do a surrogate mother. They're just gonna have an artificial womb, and then they're gonna use the Dunart DNA to patch the holes in the thylacine DNA, basically. Yeah, yeah, I know. Forrest Galante, right? The thing is, I'm so confused. Like he supports this stuff, but you know, he's also making the effort to go and look for for these animals, and I don't. It's so confusing, man. I just don't get it. Oops. But yeah, I don't know. It's a it's an interesting topic for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what to think of it. Like it's a lot to take in. Like I'm not against de-extinction. I think it's cool, but I think we also need to focus on our current animals, like before we get into that. The thylacine I can understand. We're getting an early start on that. Fine, fine. But I don't know. For the mammoth, that just seems a little too far back to start with, and it's gonna take a long time to grow up. And you could argue that's more reason to start it early, but I think it's more reason to wait, and wait until the technology is good enough for that kind of thing. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how it is right now, but I definitely don't think it's quite there, if you know what I mean, for like something that big and taking that long to grow and having such complex DNA and so intelligent. Like that's gotta have like a bit of a negative impact on it. Like it's gotta be a bit slower. I don't know for sure. Like I'm just speculating, but just with everything we know about elephants, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be fast at all. Oh yeah, no, Brendan. Apparently, yeah, they're trying to clone the dodo already, because they found like a really well preserved head or something. So they're using like DNA from that. I don't think it's gonna go that well either. I think passenger pigeon should be the first thing we start with for birds. Yeah, I think with the see, here's the thing though. Dingoes didn't really wipe thylacines out like that. They actually coexisted for like 2,000 years, but when humans really started like over hunting in Australia, that's when they started competing with each other. And whether or not there's enough food for both of them now, that's debatable. But I don't think there is personally. I mean, that's a theory grounded in absolutely nothing. But I don't know. Um, but I do know that yeah, dingoes didn't just straight up kill off all the thylacines. Like that's not how it worked. They went after, for the most part, different prey. Yeah, exactly. They coexisted for a long time. But yeah, eventually there was just too much human activity there, and poof, there goes all the prey for them. Or not all of it, but well, quite a bit of it. Oh yeah, well I mean the Australians don't like them. I mean some do, some don't. They're very like torn on that situation. But apparently, Tasmanian devils got into the mainland. Like they got reintroduced into mainland Australia, so that's interesting. Oh, you guys are lagging? Oh. Wait, what? It's invisible. What the hell? Alright, that's not good. Why? I mean, look, some of them do have a purpose, right? Um, but some also don't, and that's kind of where the problem lies. Like an ecological purpose, I mean. Like we need them in our ecosystems, you know? But again, that doesn't really seem to apply to all of them. It applies to the ones that they're starting with, which is good, but I don't know. It's it's such a confusing situation, man. I don't know what to say. Oh, also, hang on. While I'm in Blender, okay, I want to show you guys a little sneak preview of a potential cutscene in the game. So I'm not gonna upload this to YouTube because I don't want to spoil it for everyone, um, but this cutscene may or may not be in the game, cause you know apparently on Roblox animating models together is like kind of hard. But I just wanted to do a little test in Roblox. So it's kind of I don't know why I'm laughing. It's kind of dark, but basically, there will be an explanation for this in game. But the lions, see, they went cuckoo and they tried to attack a full grown elephant. That's not very smart. So that one gets yeeted. And this one is trying to, like, you know, I guess make the elephant lose balance by, like, mauling its leg. But it dies because there's 13,000 pounds of angry elephants stomping on it. So yeah, rest in pieces to those silly lionesses. I swear, this is what lion players on Wild Savannah are gonna do. As soon as, like, the recode is out, they're gonna, like, try to attack elephants in small groups. Like, that's not how it works. Like, you're not gonna do good. But, yeah. I just thought I would show that. I thought that was pretty funny. Large lion prize can take yeah, but not adults, though. Like, juveniles and subadults, sure. Adult females even sometimes, like, at night, yes. During the day, probably not. And an adult bull elephant, which is like twice the size of a female, at any time, I don't think so. I really don't see it happening. Like, it's just too big. Yeah, no, definitely not a bull elephant, no. Bulls have no natural... Yeah, exactly. Why do scientists want to bring back... some of them have a purpose, like the thylacine, you know, ever since the thylacine was, like, wiped out, there's been, like, more mange among, like, Tasmanian animals, because, like, there's no, like, large predators there anymore. So, yeah, so that's definitely a pretty decent reason. It's not just because they can, although some of it does seem like that with, like, with the dodo bird, because that ecosystem is, like, hardly even a thing anymore, but I mean, you know, at least they're making the effort to try and do that. Okay, it's gonna lag a little here because I'm importing... Okay, wait, what? That's so strange. Like, how come it's, like, not visible? Okay. Oh, you know what it might be? Wait. Hold up. What was that? Whoa. Hang on. No, I gotta... Where's the remove doubles option? Because I know that's a thing. Because sometimes, basically, it, like, accidentally duplicates your vertices. Oh, wait. Is it because it still has a subdivision modifier? Maybe that's... Yeah. Okay. That could be causing it to be, invisible and all that. So we're just gonna join all these together, all these meshes. The armature, don't worry about that. Like, it doesn't join to them because it's a totally different type of thing. Control J to join them. Okay. Okay, good. So yeah, no more modifiers. Except for the armature, which we need. Actually, no, there's one more thing I want to do. Alt-N and recalculate outside, and that could be causing the invisibility. Actually, we're gonna call it Jaguar because apparently people like to pronounce it that way sometimes. But yeah, I don't know what's up with that. But I mean, each to their own, I guess. Jaguar, yes. All right, see you later, chicks or cheeks. I don't know. Chicksori, yeah. Cheeks. I look. I don't know. Like I know, like in some languages, you pronounce like the I like an E. So like I I didn't mean it like that. Like you know the song like my name is Chiki 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 Chiki. You know that one? Yeah. All right. See you later. And that is spelled with an I. Oh hey wait, it is working. Okay, so yeah, this is what I meant by Roblox darkening the textures. I know how to fix it in this case, but yeah. Okay, so it's not invisible this time. Let's go. That's good. Wait, what? Oh, okay, okay, good. I was about to get like really upset. I was like, come on, it's not gonna be invisible again, is it? Oh, but now it has issues with the eyes. Okay, we're gonna re-import it one more time. This time, we separate some things. Okay. I think the mouth also uses a different texture, so we're gonna have to separate that too. Okay. Loose parts. Yes. Perfect. So now we select all of, no, not that one. That's a toasted jaguar. Deep fried, yes, yes. Oh, no, now it's gonna lag. Ah! Wait, what? Ah, it didn't work. Okay. I have to try that again. Oh no, it separated everything, didn't it? Shit. Okay. Okay, at least the eyes are the same part, but what about it? Okay, the teeth. Okay, everything else is gonna be, oh, except for that. All right. Join all you. Okay. Okay, so there's how it looks. Alright. Let's hope it works. The Aardwolf coming to Planet Zoo? Oh. I don't know. It could, because they're in a lot of European zoos. And, like, they're in, like, one US zoo. But, like, apparently they're more common in European zoos. And I think Frontier is, like, based in the UK somewhere. So, I mean, it could happen. It's possible. Yeah, only Cincinnati Zoo in the US. They used to be far more common. Yeah. And apparently there were brown hyenas in US zoos too, but like there's no more of those anymore. Like literally none in the US at all. Sorry, just texting someone right now. Intense staring at account. What? Oh, mine? So I just wanted to switch this to like another window. Okay, so yeah, so now the vertex colors look about right. But we want the textures too. So we've got to add those. Hey, it worked! Wow, that actually looks really nice. Hey, nice, nice. Okay, let's add our big cat roughness texture, which I don't know if we still have, but we might. Or sorry, not roughness. What's the word? Normal map. So normal maps. I gotta work on that. They're responsible for all the little like bumps and cracks you see on the model, and in this case, they're gonna try and replicate fur. Yeah, look at this. Now it's starting to look good, and I'm gonna leave the coat as shiny as it is right now because that's how real jaguar coats are, at least healthy ones. Captive ones not so, or, well, sometimes they are, but the ones that are like poorly kept in like roadside zoos, yeah, those aren't in good condition, and it's a very sad situation. Really sucks. Wait, did I not color the eyes? Oh no. That's fine. We can add a texture to them or surface appearance. I really like how that coat looks though, and the face. And other than the eye, the eye needs work. But aside from that, I really like it. Okay, hopefully the texture map didn't change. Yeah, look at that. There we go. Okay, well, I'm probably gonna retexture that, but oh, actually, no, no, I don't have to because I can basically. Oh, okay. Basically, apply a very dark roughness map, and that'll make it like more shiny. And, like darker too. Assuming. Okay, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna be that lazy. Here, let me just retexture those eyes. Okay, so that's where it is, right? You know what? I'm gonna be lazy. Okay, this is gonna be harder than I thought. Oh, maybe not. Perfect. No, I don't want a WebP file. I don't even know how to use those. Not JPEG because the quality decreases. PNG. Yes. Alright. Now, I'm gonna go to my Jaguar? Yes. Okay, so that's why it looked like that in Roblox. Alright, so basically, all you have to do is... No, fuck. Sorry, excuse my language. Is this it? Yes, okay. Wait, what? Is it not working? What? That's so weird. Why would it not work? That's a shame. I really thought I was gonna be able to do this. I'm in texture paint mode. I don't know why it's not like why is it only showing the black one? Maybe I have to make a new one? It's just an invalid image, I guess. I don't know. I don't know jack shit about this. I mean, I do. Like, I don't know. I guess it's not working. That is so I've never seen an issue like that before in Blender. Okay, now it's working, but like that's I don't know. It's very weird. And this time it has to be like more in the center. Okay, so that was easy enough. Oh no, do I have to retexture all the insides of the mouth too? Ah, damn it. Actually, no, I'm just gonna use the colors that are just in the model for the inside of the mouth. I don't feel like texturing the whole damn, like, God. This is, like, again, as I've said in my video, I find it fun to, like, you know, make all this stuff, but it definitely has its, rougher moments emotionally, I guess. Like, more frustrating ones, you know? Oh, but that looks so nice. I can't say mad at that. That looks beautiful. I love that. Okay, forget everything I just said. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I think it's beautiful. Let's get some, like, leafy grass here so we can see. Yeah. Oh. Okay, I totally changed my attitude now. That is beautiful. That's probably my best big cat model yet. Like, sure, it's not my most realistic, but, like, probably the most believable, as I was saying earlier. I love it. That was a total 180 right there, but seriously, I really like it. Like, the colors work so well. It's got the shiny coat. If Eli's watching, Eli, if you're out there, buddy, you're gonna... I know he likes Jaguars a lot, so you're gonna love this. Some of them are leopards. Yeah, I swear, a lot of people confuse Jaguar and leopard, and it's understandable, you know, on first glance, they look similar. But once you learn the differences, you can't unlearn them, basically. Like, once you really, really get to know them. Like, their facial structures are quite different. Like, jaguars have, like, more muscle up here. Leopards have, like, the male leopards have a dewlap, females don't. Jaguars, they don't really have much of a dewlap. Theirs is, like, very thin. And there isn't much sexual dimorphism between jaguars, but between leopards there's a lot. The males and females look very different. I think that looks lovely. I'm gonna post it in my Discord server. Yeah, we made this on stream, fellas. Meet the Sun Panther. And yeah, Sun Panther, I think that refers to like what they call it in South America, like the Aztecs called it that, and in Mexico especially. I think they call it that in Costa Rica too, but yeah. I know I keep on saying that, but like I really do like how this came out. So beautiful. And the tail and facial features of a leopard. Yeah, there you go. And like I don't mind the extra saturation in Roblox because I'm gonna be honest, it's like too dull in Blender for my liking. Like it's like not bright enough, you know? But in Roblox it looks perfect. Like I don't want to change it one bit. Maybe I would add a little more fur texture to the feet, but like that's such a minor thing I can overlook that. Can save it for another day, if anything. And I'm surprised Tweeko actually likes it. This is because like he like hates Jaguars for the most part, but he likes this one. So, I mean, yeah, I must have done something right there. Why does he hate Jaguars? Oh, I think it's because, you know, in the context of like leopards, like people kind of overrate Jaguars in comparison, you know? And I actually agree with that. I feel like Jaguars are a bit overused in movies and stuff in places where leopards might be better. Like in Jumanji, for example, right? I don't know why they use Jaguars there, because like Jaguars, they said like, oh, look out for those man-eating cats, but here's the thing, Jaguars aren't really man-eaters, like it's very rare for that to happen. Leopards are some of the most notorious man-eaters of all time, and one of the most frequent ones too. So, you know, I feel like that was just a huge misunderstanding, or misunderstanding. It was a misunderstanding, but also a missed opportunity. Um, Leopards are far more adaptable. Yeah, also, that is very true. It's also true. 5 Jaguars that are man. I don't know, man. Probably like none, or not none, but you know, not that many. Not in recent times, anyway. But leopards still manage to get away with it sometimes, especially in India and Tanzania. I think has a pretty big problem with that. But for the most part, I mean, it's more extreme cases where they become man eaters. Usually, they become like dog hunters, if anything, like pet dogs. Which is pretty sad. I mean, I have a dog. I've shown him on the channel before. Y'all know Rico. Uh, but, I mean, you know, they're gonna eat what they're gonna eat, and can't really stop them from that or get mad at them. You can stop them from that, like, and I think that that is something we should consider doing more. Um, a lot of the PETA activists and stuff like that, they don't realize how much of an issue these man-eating and pet-eating cats are. Um, but really, it is getting out of hand, and we really got to do something about it. Especially, also like with like bears and stuff, like, you know, we shouldn't wipe them out. Same with wolves, we shouldn't wipe them out. But we've got to manage their populations in a way that keeps them around, but not too close to human areas, and that's where the problem lies. Panthera partis soda. Maybe. I don't think we're doing like really scientific names here, but yeah. That's probably what I would call it. We've never had one at all. I mean that actually kind of makes sense. Like they're very shy and elusive, even more so than leopards. Coyotes can also. Oh yeah, coyotes. Yeah, especially since there's not enough wolves around to like manage the coyotes population. And when we try to do that, coyotes are smart. They just like keep on mating with like more and more pups each time around. Is there a case of man-eating hyenas? Yeah. Well, I mean, not currently, but there was the Malawi terror beast, which was a supposedly a rabid spotted hyena, but there were also like people saying it's a rabid striped hyena. But here's the thing, I don't think striped hyenas can get rabies, and correct me if I'm wrong on that. But like I'm 95% sure I read somewhere striped hyenas cannot get rabies. So I don't know if spotted hyena can. I think they can, but I'm not certain about that. So it's a bit of a fishy situation. Like nobody really knows for sure what their condition is until it's too late. But sometimes even after that you don't know. Alright, now let's import this Jaguar's animations. So, instead of just staring at the model, which I don't mind doing, it's beautiful, but I also like seeing my animals in motion. So it's going to take a little bit because we have like quite a few rigs in this map. We've got all the we've got like 5 elephants, I think like 10 lions. Spotted hyenas certainly do get rabies. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so now, here, what we're going to do is we're going to go back into Blender for a little bit. And we're going to oh no, I'm opening way too many windows. Okay. And now, we will select the animations we want to export and export them. So like the run, obviously. Oh, this is going to be scary, like having this jag leopard chase after you in game. Or sun panther, as we call it. I love that name. You guys are brilliant. Trotting, I think. Yeah, okay, that'll work. Slapping. I'm gonna reanimate the combat, to be honest. I mean, the grabbing looks okay for the most part, but it's not great. But the slapping just looks like a joke. Like, it looks so funny. Like, I just made it as an animation to, like, test how the rig works. It's like, meh. At least the claws come out, which is actually pretty cool. Like, the retractable claws. It doesn't look terrible, but, you know, it doesn't look that ferocious. The growling on the other hand actually does match what you'd see out of like an angry big cat, like the tail flicking, the ears back, teeth showing. Yeah, okay, that's actually pretty intimidating. And then with the growl sound playing, oh boy. I'll definitely add that. Like, it'll give you a little warning before it, you know, kills you. But, I mean, you'll be able to, like, try to fight these off. Good luck to you if you do. A little more to the side. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna head out? Alright. Okay, that's 12 for you. Alright. See you, Teddy. Thanks for sticking around. I'll probably be on tomorrow, or for you today, I guess. Probably in about, like, if I were to guess, maybe not 12 hours from now, or maybe like 14 hours from now, something like that. Or maybe longer. You'll see. You'll see. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow, though. Probably making a wildebeest tomorrow. Like a blue wildebeest. And it'll have like attributes of like different blue wildebeest subspecies, like you know, it might have like the physique of like a South African wildebeest, like it'll be that big, but it'll have like the sloping back of like an East African one, and like the white beard. So, and the upright mane of a South African one too. So you know, you'll see how it goes, but yeah, it should. I'm hoping it looks good. It would be nice to have my models look good. Okay, yeah, for some reason the tongue was sticking out a little. But at least I can animate the tongue. There were some old models I had where I couldn't animate the tongue and it would just be like hanging out the whole time, and I'm just like, okay, what's wrong with you? So now that we've exported the model, it'll be much quicker to export animations. So just go export or export FBX, FBX scale, yes. Animation, and then we can leave all that, so we can just call this Jaguar or Sun Panther animations. Then we can import all of those. Huh? Wait, where did I export it to? Oh, it's still exporting. Oops. Please don't crash. That would not be fun. Eh. Okay. Now we should be able to import it. So that's also a part of the development process is pure trial and error, honestly. Like you're always gonna have to go through that. Like you'll always have to redo, a certain thing probably multiple times. Yeah, I would say. So actually, funny enough, I'm glad you mentioned that because if you look at the very first screenshot on Steam, um, they actually had a black beard, just like a South African one. Like it just looked like a straight up South African blue wildebeest. Um, and then I think they changed like the beard to be white or at least pale. Probably just because like East African, like Eastern white bearded wildebeest is the most common subspecies in zoos in the U.S. Um, but ironically enough, they're the most critically endangered in the wild because of drought where they live, and there's been like not enough food for them, and they have a smaller range, so it's really sad. But I mean their numbers are kind of coming back now, and again there's quite a few in zoos, so hopefully we can reintroduce some eventually if it gets to that. I'm sure we can. Oh boy, this could take a bit. Oh, okay, see you later. Thanks for sticking around. Oh no, I definitely don't play the Isle. I've heard so many things about that game though. Like I've heard, I don't know, I've heard some good things and some bad things, and I don't know which side to lean towards. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. I don't know. I've seen some videos of it though. It looks like fun, but mm, I don't know. That's a really good question. I wish I had an answer to that, but I just don't right now. My answer is I've never tried it, but maybe eventually I'll try it. Oh wait, is it because of that one dev that was you know, that was a long time ago though. Like I'm more concerned about the game itself. Like yeah, the forced growth and all that. I think yeah. Like look, we know there are bad people out there, right? Like I don't think that's exclusive to the Isle, nor should it be. Like it was certainly appalling, but at the end of the day, you know, that's just kind of all over the place. This is gonna take a while to import. Or well, it's going pretty fast. All right, so now we can try and import some of the animations from Roblox. One up to a year, yeah, yeah. I'm lagging hardcore. Exactly. Okay, here. Let's import some animations from Roblox and lag some more. Idle stock. Oh yeah, I made a crouching animation. I made a roar. Yeah, that's I did. I did. I remember things. Trot? Oh yeah, yeah, I made a trot for the lion, so I probably have to like rotate the head down for a jaguar. Cause like lions, sometimes they trot with their heads like pretty high up. I don't know exactly why, but I mean, I guess they're just like looking around or something. Oh no! Uh, he's upside down. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, the run. Let's hope that's not upside down. What? Okay, come on, please work. Seriously? Doesn't work at all. Huh. Okay. That's not good. Yeah, maybe I just have to... I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see, definitely selected objects only. Maybe not all actions and not this. Hopefully that imports faster because like it's less animations. Hopefully it doesn't lag up my stream. I think it will. Nope. 0 animations whatsoever. That's a shame. Okay, maybe I do need the NLA strips. Oh, audio is normal? Okay, perfect, perfect. Oh, thank you, Phoenix. Yes! Yes! I don't know. We'll see. Oh, anchored! That's why it was upside down, but that doesn't explain why the animations weren't playing, though. But okay. Okay, I have to anchor the model. That makes sense. So basically, Brendan, I don't know if you're familiar with Roblox, but basically, you have to anchor models to make them stay still, essentially. Because if you don't, they're gonna flip upside down and do all kinds of crazy stuff, like you saw those trees doing earlier, and the jaguar when I tried to animate it. Oh no, it's lagging again, isn't it? Yeah, okay, Roblox is probably gonna crash. Like, I, I don't know why though. Like, I didn't really do anything particularly performance costly. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you're anchored. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Oops, sorry, not from FBX. Please work. We've come so far. Oh God. What? How? What? Is it like walking backwards and oh no. How did that happen? What? FBX all use okay. I don't know. Man, this is extremely confusing, honestly. I don't know how any of this works. I mean, I I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's all I can say. Boy, this is gonna get really redundant. Like, it looks funny, but like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to look. What? Oh, you have to be kidding me. Well, let's see if it imported anyway. Great. See if this walk is any better. Nope. Still looks like an SCP. Oof. Man. This sucks. Let's see if any animations work. I don't think they will though. That's so weird. Oh wait, you know what? Maybe I can just use the lion's animations on it, because like it's the same rig. Okay, well, I mean, it works. Alright. Wait, hang on, you know what? Maybe if... Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's good, it works. That's all I'm looking for right now. now it's like a little smoother. Cool. Alright. So yeah, I guess I'll just use the lines animations on it so it doesn't break. Because the lines are already imported. Look how the toes like spread out and stuff. Like, I paid a lot of attention to detail while I was animating this. Gotta walk. Yeah, yeah. You know, I mean, I can again just use all the lines animations on this. So yeah. God, there's so many parts in this world. Oh no, you know what? It's these trees because they were from the toolbox and they're like laggy. Okay. Yeah, see now I'm running a bit smoother. So these groups gotta go. Plus, I wanted some sparse jungle anyway, so probably good that I remove parts. Oh god, yeah, there's too many unions. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. So unions basically have like a ton of polygons in them. Okay. Well, hopefully we can like run the game and play the animations smoother now. Quicker at least. Where did our Jaguar go? There we go. Okay, yeah, see now it's playing at like a better rate. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, now let's try and get more animations in so we can save this. Automatic. No, let's name it walk. Perfect. Let's see if the idle animation works, because I don't know if it does. Nope. Oh no. That's terrifying. Actually, let's try it straight from the FBX file, because like we might be able to just use those. Selected. Okay, this could take a bit. Oh. Just doesn't do anything. What? Okay, I guess I'll have to import them the old-fashioned way. What? Nah, that's such bullshit, bro. Bro. What? I don't understand. Why is it like doing this? Maybe. Do I really need all the parts selected? Like I don't know. I don't get it. Like I'm good in Blender, but on Roblox I'm still learning a lot of stuff. No? Are you fucking serious right now? Why? Why is it doing this? Like, I genuinely have no idea. Just tried everything I can think of. Man. Do I have to, like, have... No. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Not no idea, but... I don't know. Oh, it looks awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Now it's gonna crash. Alright, yeah, this is gonna get a little... No, come on! Oh god. Yeah, Roblox is not my friend tonight, yeah. That's so weird. Oh, okay, there. Finally. Yes. Yes. We figured it out. Woo! Let's go. Hell yeah. Yes. Yes. That means I can import all of them. Okay, good, good. Thank goodness. Sorry, that was a loud scream, but like I'm really okay. Yeah. Oh, that's a total game changer, both literally and figuratively. Oh my god, yes. Yes. Perfect. Okay, let's save it. Run. Yo, wait! I just had an idea. I should have thought about this earlier, but my idea came now. What if, in this game, right, since it's not meant to reflect reality, what if all of the animals had fictional names? Like, this is the sun panther, and then, not all, but like, you know, there can be some, you know, some like, like, the hybrid animals, right? Like, the wildebeest that I'm gonna make tomorrow, that can probably just be called, like, I don't know, something, we'll think of something tomorrow. But, like, a lot of animals we could just, like, come up with, like, fictional names for, or like, again, have them just, like, slightly, you know, inaccurate or whatever, to, like, you know, just further emphasize, like, this isn't the real world. This is a fantasy universe. Like, Sun Panther, like, that's such a badass name. Like, I love that name. I think it's just so cool. Oh, man. Okay. Well, it's gonna take a little bit because of that loading, but still. Okay, the fact that, like... Yeah. Okay. You've earned my trust back, Roblox. Oh yeah, now that's even better. Oh, cool. Man. Like, look at that. Like, okay. So I think I still have to remove a bunch of things because, like, you know, Roblox is just gonna keep lagging a bit, but still. Just the fact that I was able to finally figure this out is just making me so happy. And it's so beautiful too. But actually, you know, I have the perfect thing to make the jungle more sparse. So I can go to erase mode, activate my eraser. Okay, it's a little too much, but... Like in this area, I kind of just want the shorter plants, so... Sorry trees, you're gonna die. Die! Oh wait, does it only work on things that were placed with a brush tool? Maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, I think so. Well, that's most of these things, so... Not much of an issue there. Not a huge one anyway. Yeah, okay. That's interesting, but can work around that. Like, I like having all the plants around, you know, for variety, but eventually, like, you know, some things just get too laggy. And this is certainly an example of that. Granted, your performance will be a lot better when you're actually playing the game. Like this is just studio mode, or studio. It's even studio in edit mode. So the animations would play much smoother in the game, but I'd still like it to be, more like suitable for devices with like lower specs, like laptops and stuff. So we're just gonna do a couple of performance tests here and there, and see like which areas need the most fixing. Okay. The fossil record? What? Wait, what's that got to do with anything? I'm sorry. I forget what we were talking about a few minutes ago. Oh, you mean for the names? Is that what you meant? Yeah, okay, okay. I see. Yeah, that could work. Oh, okay, yeah. So the slower animations like the walk, like look how smooth that's playing, right? I think the running I just have to like do a little more optimization. But like, this is pretty much how I want it to play. Like, there's no significant like stuttering or anything.
Yo, how you in this VC or
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey Eli, so I'm still streaming. Is that all right?
huh?
Is do are you okay with like your voice being on my stream?
Oh no, I don't care.
All right, yeah. So guys, this is my friend Eli. He's been friends with me for quite a bit, and he's actually working on a Roblox game too. His is about India. I'm a part-time like animator for that game because I have this one to work on too, and some other projects. But yeah.
Oh,
So Eli.
oh,
Oh,
is that a jaguar?
so okay. So this is what we're gonna call in the game a sun panther. Basically, it's like a hybrid between a leopard and a jaguar. So it's got like the thick neck of a male leopard. It's got like kind of the facial features of a leopard, but it's got like the thickness of the tail and like the patterning of a jaguar.
Those are actual hybrids. I think it's called Lepjag or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Legware.
Yeah, I know. But in the game, it's gonna be called Sun Panther.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like it's mostly in reference to like what the Mayans would call it, or that's what they would call like jaguars, like back in those days.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Today was so good. I actually got a chance to exercise so I can work.
Oh, nice.
I gotta like build my heart up better.
Yeah. I see.
I should be working in no time. How long have you been streaming for?
Let me check. 3.5 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I was pretty much gone all day.
Oh,
Cause
that's
like
all
I
right.
went to an exercise, and then my friend was like, we should like do a video, and we did. We got kicked out of the mall
Oh
for
no.
no reason. Yeah, they was over here saying like we didn't have permission, yet we did. We're not just gonna
Ah,
like aim the camera in people's faces and stuff like that.
I see.
It was fun though. Went to a play.
Oh, nice.
It was really good. Ooh, I did not mean to play that. I didn't mean to like have the video out because you're streaming. My bad.
Oh,
Oh, I see. So it has the color of a leopard, but the rosettes of a jaguar.
yeah, pretty much. And it's got like a shiny coat like a Jaguar too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you.
Man, I sound tired. Oh my god.
Now I can import.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
All right. So, if you're wondering how the game is gonna work or flow, so to speak, it's gonna be a mix of cutscenes and also some open world parts where you can like explore a certain area and like accomplish a certain task, basically. It's the best way I can put it. Oh, and you know what? I didn't announce this to anyone, so this is just gonna stay on the stream here. But um, I was considering possibly adding some like some bigger human structures, like not just the village. Like maybe, maybe like a temple or something, or like one of those. You know how like there's those pyramids in South America that aren't like that similar to the Egyptian pyramids, but they're still somewhat pyramids. Like I might add those. I think that would be interesting. This is gonna be a game on Roblox. Yes, it is. That's why I'm on Roblox Studio. Okay, now it's not working. It is not good. Oh, maybe I didn't have anything selected when I exported. I don't know. We'll see. Oh boy. Okay. Perfect. Almost. Okay, there we go. That's good enough. Well, I'm glad I figured that out. Okay. That is good. Well, actually, now I want to see how the walking in, or the running in reverse looks like. Oh no. And there it is, the proper way. Alright. So, boy, oh boy, boy, boy. How can I make the animations less laggy? Hmm. You know what? Let's do this. Okay, I think I'm gonna end the stream there. Alright, if you guys enjoyed that, make sure you smash that like button. Be sure to subscribe if anyone's on here that hasn't subscribed already. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. So, till then, take care, peace out, and goodbye, everybody.